Can the Philadelphia 76ers win down the stretch if Ben Simmons is out for an extended period of time? What is going on, everybody? I go by Philly Mike, and this is the Philly Talk Podcast. For those of you who are new to this channel, love talking Philly sports every single day, hit that subscribe button. Now, if you guys are as worried as I am about Ben Simmons, how long he's going to be out, smash that like button. And oh, by the way, it helps this content and pushes it out to other Philly fans. With all that being said, let's talk about tonight's game and this news. Let's start by talking about tonight's game. The Philadelphia 76ers beat the Atlanta Hawks 129-112, a 17-point victory, but it was a lot closer than a 17-point victory really sounds. Let's start with the first quarter where we came out hot. Once again, you come out hot, you look like you can control the game, do whatever you want on the offensive side of the ball and the defensive side of the ball, and then something happens. This team does not know how to keep a lead. When you're playing a team at home where you guys are fantastic at home, and it's the Atlanta Hawks, you got to be able to keep this lead with Ben Simmons or without Ben Simmons. You got to be able to. And we're going to get into Ben Simmons in a little bit. Joel Embiid had 13 points in the first quarter. He had 21 points at halftime. He was able to do whatever he wants to this Atlanta Hawks team, just like he does against Brooklyn, just like he does against the Cavs. Against these poor defensive teams, Embiid does whatever he wants. He has to do this against these good teams. And don't get me wrong, he does play good against these good teams when we're home. The whole team just struggles on the road. And if we're going to try to make a run, and we're going to talk about that with the absence of Ben Simmons maybe being long-term, but we got to correct these road struggles with Ben Simmons or without Ben Simmons. Now, tonight, Joel Embiid was a monster. Let's just get this out of the way. He was 17 of 24 for 49 points and 14 rebounds. Just an absolute monster of a game. The crowd was pushing for him to shoot that last shot just to maybe get over 50, have his career high. But he said, you know what? We're going to save that for another time. I'm going to have to be big down this stretch if Ben Simmons is not here. So I'm pretty much going to get you a 50-point game before the rest of the season's over. And we're going to need that type of Embiid if we want to win games. Now, I want to give credit to Tobias Harris. He was 9 of 18 for 25 points and 4 of 6 from the three-point line. Korkmaz came in off the bench with 15. Jay Rich had 13. He was kind of ball handling with Shake Milton. I like the fact that they did not play Raul Neto, however you call his name, Raul Neto, whatever his name is. They used Shake Milton, Josh Richardson, Alex Burks. Everybody was handling the ball, but they didn't play Neto. And I like that. It helps on the defense. And the defense in the first half was great. Matisse Thybulle, Josh Richardson, they were harassing Trae Young. He couldn't do nothing. But in the second half, Trae Young got going. He was starting to kill us with the pick and roll. Then he had that just come down and deep three, pretty much right by the 76er logo. Didn't care, just pulled up, cashed it. They started using the pick and roll more, and we could not defend it. We got outscored by the Atlanta Hawks, 40-22. 40-22 after the Sixers just put up 41 points in the first quarter to tie their season high. We get outscored 40-22, 18 points. Now, I know we're not going to score 40 points every quarter. I understand that. But you got to play better defense. Brett Brown got to call a timeout. He got to get these guys ready. Do something. Call timeout. Get the momentum to stop. You can't allow them to outscore us by 18 in the third quarter for us to go from winning by 21 to going into the fourth quarter down by 1. Down by 1. And that fourth quarter wasn't pretty too. The whole fourth quarter, it looked to be back and forth, back and forth. Once it got down to about the 6 to 5 minute mark, the Sixers took over and outscored them by 18, pretty much scoring 38 points in the fourth quarter, while the Atlanta Hawks only scored 20. So we flipped the script back on them to still win by 17 points. But again, going into the fourth quarter, I wasn't feeling good. Everything started to look bad. I mean, if Joel Embiid and Tobias Harris is not there, we get our butts whooped. But Joel Embiid was, like I said, able to carry this team 49 big ones and get us a W, a much needed W, because every win is going to count now, especially waiting for what's going to happen with Ben Simmons. Like I said, this was a much needed win for the simple fact we're past the All-Star break. And we know that because that is the reason Ben Simmons is hurt. But what I'm trying to say is a late December game against the Cavs, you lose. Who cares? A early January game, you lose against the Hawks. Who cares? Because you're going to say 82 games. Let's think big picture. Well, here we are. This is the big picture. We're almost in March. And now we do not know how long Ben Simmons will be out. They said today that he's not going to just miss 1 or 2 games. He will miss some time. We do not know how much time, but he will miss some time. And when you're messing with the back, that is not an injury to play around with. It can easily linger. It can easily get worse. And so when we play the Nets, when we play the Hawks without Ben Simmons, we got to make sure we get these W's. There's no more, oh, we lost the easy game. Every game's going to count because we're going to need to stack up wins against the easy teams and hope that Ben Simmons will come back and be able to play, because this team needs Ben Simmons. His defense is A+. He leads the league in steals. Him, Matisse, and Josh Richardson on the ring will harass players. And at home, we can compete with the Milwaukee Bucks and the Los Angeles Lakers and the Toronto Raptors. On the road, I don't know. We show that we are horrible on the road, and it does not look like we're going to get better. We still need to do that. But let's talk about Ben Simmons. The guy don't shoot, we know that. But when he's aggressive and he clicks, he can get to the hole at will. He runs the fast break like no other. Tremendous defender. He just does so much for this basketball team. And again, with Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid on the court without Al Horford with some shooters, you're going to start seeing that space. We beat the Clippers that way. That's the way to win. Now, because no Ben Simmons, you take away the defense, you take away the fast break, you take away a guy who can just get to the hole at will, and now you're going to bring Al Horford on here. So what you're going to do is take away Ben Simmons and now hamper Joel Embiid, because when Joel Embiid's on the block, the guy who's D'ing Al Horford, because guess what Al Horford's going to be? At the three-point line. So the guy who's D'ing Al Horford's going to creep in and double team Joel Embiid and say, I don't care if Joel Embiid kicks it out to Al Horford, because odds are he's going to brick. He's not shooting good at three-point percentage. He used to be able to shoot them. I don't know what happened. There's been games that he went 1 of 12, 0 for 7. You know what I'm saying? The guy's going to creep down, try to D Joel Embiid, double team him. The spacing's going to be all messed up. Now, if that's somebody like Josh Richardson, Furkan Korkmaz, Tobias Harris, they're not going to creep down. They're worried about the kick out. I don't know. Hopefully we get news about Ben Simmons. Like I said, a back injury is nothing to play about. But from now on, we're going to need Joel Embiid to be this type of guy. We're going to need to win every easy game. We're not going to be able to take no games lightly, because I don't know what we're going to do without Ben Simmons. Now, so far without him, we can pretty much count him out against the Milwaukee Bucks because he played only a couple minutes. So we're 2-1 without Ben Simmons. We did pretty good. The 2.5, I think it was, 3 weeks. We did not have Joel Embiid. But, man, injuries. Josh Richardson missed some time. Joel Embiid missed some time. Now, Ben Simmons is going to miss some time. I don't know. Something got to be done. Hopefully we can get on a little run. Joel Embiid's really going to have to be the best player in the world. I love this man so much. You know what I'm saying? That's my dude. But we're going to need to get on a run without Ben Simmons. Hopefully we can get it done. We have the Cavaliers next, I think Wednesday. So another easy one that we're not going to be able to take lightly, especially if it's on the road, because I didn't check that. Ben Simmons, man. The freaking All-Star game. Come on. But before I end this, I just want to say good stuff to Joel Embiid with that 49-point game. He did what it was. Let me know in the comment section, what do you think's going to happen with Ben Simmons? Do you think he's going to miss a week or two? You think he's going to miss more than that? Do you think this team can go on a run without him? I'm not talking a good run, but can we stay above water without Ben Simmons? Let me know in the comment section. With all that being said, I go by Philly Mike, and this is the Philly Talk Podcast. If you are not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to smash that like button. It really helps this content grow. With all that being said, let's see what we do Wednesday. You guys know what time it is. We out.